Good morning, students. Welcome to St. Peter's School. Okay, so this is our second class. This is your science class. Okay, in the previous class, we studied about the laws of motion chapter. We are discussing about the chapter laws of motion, and we discussed the points that is what is motion, what is distance, what is displacement, what is rectilinear motion, and we discussed all these points in the previous class. Now today we are going to start with the same topic, that is distance and displacement, because one of the very important point we missed on that day related to distance and displacement, that is, the distance traveled by a moving body cannot be zero, but the final displacement of a moving body can be zero. Okay. So look at the image. I'm showing you here that the boy is starting moving from point A, and point A to B, and B to C, C to D, and D to A. So boy is moving in this way. So what will be the distance covered by a boy if the boy is moving from A to B, B to C, and C to D, and D to again A? So distance traveled by a boy will be 3 meter plus 5 meter plus 3 meter plus 5 meter. It will be around 5 plus 3 8, and 8 plus 3 11, 11 plus 5 16 meters. So boy covers 16 meter. Okay. But what will be the displacement? Because there is a no change in position of the boy. Boy is remain at the same position, and it has no shortest distance, because it has no shortest distance to cover come back to A. If like boy is standing on A and he has to travel and come at again return back to point A, so he will not move. It means that displacement will be zero. Okay. Distance travel at the point A pe, there is no changing in the position, so it is distance at the travel point, means that the distance traveled at a point A will be also zero. But the distance covered by a boy from A to B, B to C, C to D, D to A will be 16 meters. So what I mean, I'm trying to tell you that displacement will be zero if there is a no changing in the position of object. Okay. But distance can be there, distance can be calculated there if there is a movement in a position, if and there is a movement in a object. So in a last class I told you to solve these two question. Okay, sorry, I'm so sorry. Please, all of the student, please take out your books and keep in front of you before starting watching this video. Okay, so now take out page number 2. Now look at the first question. Use your brain power. You can see at the page number 2 there is a two question given. Every morning Swirly walks round the edge of a circular field having a radius of 100 meter, as shown in figure 1.2a. You can see there is a figure given A and B. In first figure there is a one circular circle is given. If she starts from point A and takes one round, okay, how much distance has she walked and what is her displacement? Now what the question is telling you, first of all, before solving any word problem, what you should do always, okay, you should read out the question very slowly. बहुत ही slowly आराम से पढ़ो question को. After that, what you will do first, you write down all the data given in your question. Okay. For example, it is given here that the circular field is having a radius of 100 meters. So first of all, you should write 100-meter radius. Okay. After that, you should find for that what you can find with this data. इस डेटा से आप क्या फाइंड कर सकते हो? फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ द रेडियस ऑफ द सर्कल इज गिवन and somebody is walking on the circle, it means you have to find out the perimeter of the circle. So what you will do, you will take out the perimeter of the circle. Now a girl is moving around a circle, then if I have a perimeter, that will be the distance for the girls to travel. Okay. Now what is displacement? Displacement will be zero, because a girl is traveling to the circle and she's coming back to its position only. Okay, she's covering a long distance, she has not covered any shortest distance, so displacement will be zero. Okay. Now look at the second question. The second question is also the same. If a car starting from the point P goes to point Q and then returns to the point P, how much the distance has it traveled and what is its displacement? Again, the same question is here. Car has traveled two times 360 plus 360, but there is no change in position of car. Car has not any other option to cover the shortest distance from there. So displacement will be zero. Okay, so very clear about that. If there is a no change in position, there is a no any shortest distance for traveling, and the displacement will be zero. Okay, and the distance can be zero or cannot be zero, because distance can be measured for the larger distance also. Even if the displacement of an object is zero, the actual distance traversed by it may not be zero. Okay, even if there is a no change in position, a boy comes back to its position only, then there is a distance, but there is a no displacement from the boy. Okay, now two more points I have given you here. If a body covers equal, okay, I have discussed about the uniform motion and non-uniform motion. I know you all have studied about this in the previous class also, when you were studying about what is motion and what are the types of motion. But and these points I have discussed here just for the revision: what is uniform motion and what is non-uniform motion. Okay, so first is, if a body covers equal distance in equal interval of time, then it is said to be having uniform motion. Now, what is uniform motion? Okay, take out page number 4. Okay, sorry, take out page number 6. Everyone, please take out page number 6. You will you can see there is one table given you there, time and distance. Just beside the graph, and there is a table given, time and distance. Okay, so they you, when you will see the table of time, you will see that 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, the number is given like this. Okay, so what you can notice here, you can see that there is a difference of 5, 5, 5, 5 in the time schedule. Okay, 5, 5 difference is there, but you will see that there is a difference when you will see the distance. It's like a 0, 7, 12, 20. So there is no similarity in differences. There is no similarity. There is a difference of 5, then there is a difference of 8, then there is a difference of 10. So there is a no fixed similarity between the changes of the number of distance. What does it mean? Like, if it means that in some bodies at a 0 it covers only 0 meter, but in 5 seconds the body covers 7 meter, in 10 seconds it covers 12 meter, it in 15 seconds it covers 20 meter. It means that if of time is fixed, but the movement of the body is not fixed. Sometimes it traveling 7 meters, sometimes it's traveling 12 meter, with different speed, and the distance is not fixed. But so in this case, it is known as the non-uniform motion of the body. That body is covering non-uniform motion, or the body is in a non-uniform motion. But if like a time is fixed, and the time has a 5, 5 difference. Okay, in the same way, if the distance has also a fixed difference. For example, in 0 second, if the body travels 0 meter. Okay, in 5 seconds, if the body travels 10 meter, in 10 seconds if the body travel 20 meters, if in 15 seconds body travel 30 meter, so there will be a difference of 10, 10, 10, 10 in a distance also. So in that case, what we can measure something. Okay, we have a fixed timing and fixed distance. Okay, so this type of motion of the body is known as the uniform motion. Okay, if the body is moving with a fixed time interval and fixed distance interval also, that will body will be considered as the uniform motion. While if the body is moving with a fixed time difference, but there is no fixed difference between their distance traveling, so it will be the non-uniform motion. Okay, why we are discussing this uniform motion, non-uniform motion here? Because later on we have to study about the distance time graph. In that case, we should understand about the what is uniform motion and what is non-uniform motion, because there will be a two condition of movement of the body. Okay, so now move to further. You will see that the next topic we have to cover is speed and velocity. And before that, there are two more very important question is given: what are vectors and what are scalars, and which of the quantities, distance, speed, velocity, time, and displacement are the scalar, and which are the vector. So you already have studied about this, what is scalar quantity and what is vector quantity. Let's have revision. What is scalar quantity? Scalar quantity is a quantity that has only magnitude. Now, what is magnitude? Magnitude is a value. If some unit we are finding out, it has some value. Okay. Now, a vector quantity is a quantity that has both value as well as a direction. The direction should be fixed. There should be a direction. Okay. Okay, so some example I have given you here about the scalar quantities and the vector quantities. And let's take a few examples like speed. I have written here speed is in a scalar quantity. Why speed is considered as a scalar quantity? Because when we will study later on how to calculate the speed, but let me tell you, speed is covered on the basis of distance covered by the body. Okay, speed is calculated on the basis of distance covered by the body, but we have already studied that distance is not fixed. Distance has no fixed direction. It can cover a long distance also, it can cover a short distance also. Okay, if the body is traveling, it may be going from the short distance, it may be going from the long distance, that we don't know, that is distance. Okay, but when the velocity is considered as a vector quantity. Why velocity is considered as a vector quantity? Because velocity is calculated on the basis of displacement. Okay, and to find out displacement, every time there should be a shortest distance. Okay, there is always a change in position, and there should be a shortest distance. Only in that case only we can find out the displacement. Okay, in speed, in distance case, there is no fixed direction. It can cover from the any but displacement may shortest distance cover करता है. So it has a fixed direction. So that's why velocity is considered as a vector quantity, while scalar is considered as a, sorry, speed is considered as a scalar quantity. Let's take another example, that is you can see here force. Force is a vector quantity. Why force is vector quantity? Because it has a fixed direction. अगर दोनों तरफ से force लगेगा तो वो force will be zero, right? दोनों तरफ से force लगता है तो. But if the somebody is trying to move some object, he's forcing something to move some object, so there is a fixed direction in which direction he is moving. So it will be that's why the force is considered as the vector quantity. Okay, so this is very important. The few examples which I have given you, scalar quantities and about the vector quantities. Please, I would request all the students, please learn it by heart, because it would be asked in your higher classes also, and it will be usually asked from you that what is this? This is scalar quantity or vector quantity. What is momentum? What is this? This is scalar. So this is very important. So you should know what is scalar quantity, what is vector quantity, and what are the examples of this. This is very important. Okay, so till now what we all have studied about the motion. First of all, what is uniform motion and non-uniform motion? Uniform motion, body cover equal distance in equal time interval, that is called uniform motion, while non-uniform motion is a body covers unequal distance in a equal time interval, that is called non-uniform motion. Okay, on the basis of movement of the body, we studied about distance and displacement. Okay, the distance, actual length of the path covered by a moving body, that is called distance. Distance is a scalar quantity, we all know, and it only has magnitude. That's why it is considered as a scalar quantity. Okay, no, okay, it has a value, but it has no fixed direction. Displacement, shortest distance between the initial and the final position of the body along with direction. Displacement is a vector quantity because it has both magnitude and the direction. Okay, so few questions I have given you here as the as per whatever we have studied in last two classes. On the basis of that, I have given you here some questions here. I would request all the students, please attempt this, fill in the blanks. Okay, in next class we will discuss about with the answer of these questions, and till the time, you can, what you can do, you can keep revising whatever is going in a class. Okay, and in next class we will study about speed and velocity. Till the time, take care and bye bye.